Hi, this video is to help you interpret our graduate trainee test. I'm Giles Pearson, co-founder of Account Tests and author of this test. So this test is designed for testing the knowledge of university graduates or trainees. No practical knowledge is expected. The test is to see if candidates have intuitive understanding of debits and credits and can demonstrate an understanding and therefore an interest in how business works. Looking at the report, you can see at the top right hand side is the order number, and that's the order number you'll need for any time you want to look up a test in our testing portal. At the bottom of the first page you can see the time taken. This test has an allocated time of 15 minutes, and if the time taken says 15, then that means your candidate was still working on the test when their time ran out. Otherwise you can see how long they spent in the test. The start and finish times tell you the date and time the candidate entered and exited the testing platform, which includes the time for them filling out their details in the biodata and doing some sample questions. If you go through to the next page, this gives you some background. It also gives you a link to our website about the proctoring. All of the tests are proctored. What that means is that as the candidate is doing the test, their camera is on and it's making sure that they're doing the test under fair exam conditions. This includes monitoring who's taking the test, the use of other devices, and if they're accessing other windows on the device that they're using. Each test report like this comes with a proctoring report, which for privacy reasons you can only access by logging in to the testing platform. So follow the link to the website to see a video there which helps you interpret the proctoring report and also make sure that you know how to find that proctoring report in the testing portal. The test has 20 questions, 4 topics with 5 questions each. Although there's no specific pass-fail score, in our opinion a candidate needs to get 15 out of 20 to show a strong understanding. The topics are in 2 groups, so accounting concepts and accounting terminology is that understanding of business and how accounting fits with that. The other 2 topics are journals to transactions, so that's taking journal entries and identifying the relevant transaction, and then transactions to journals is taking a transaction and redescribing that as a journal entry. On the next page we go through question by question. So what was the question about? Which topic was it in? Did the candidate get it right or wrong? And if there is a grey circle, that means that they didn't answer the question. If you see a lot of omitted questions, that normally means the candidate's run out of time. And what that in turn means is the material was probably too hard for them. They were struggling. So typically you'll see a candidate that runs out of time. They also do relatively poorly on the test. For a candidate who's confident in the material, 15 minutes is long enough to comfortably answer all the questions. The last page gives you some hints about interpretation, which is pretty much what we're doing here, and our contact details. So if you ever have any questions on a test report you've got in front of you or anything else you want to ask, don't hesitate to get in contact with us at help@accounttests.com. Thanks for watching this video.